Hey, what's up guys? Somebody here, playing the field with Shakes. It's another episode. But tell me, what's going on at Swallows? What's going on at Sekhukhune United? And what is going on between Hugo Broos and Jali? We gotta talk about it. Let's go.
That's how it goes?
They keep asking about the best when they know it's me.
Okay.
Asking about the rest when they know it's me.
Straight in, I guess.
You know it's me.
The past weekend kicked off with a goal rush. Golden Arrows going up against Swallows. What a game. What a result. 4-0 to Golden Arrows. And what a turnaround that Arrows have made. You know, at the start of the season, they were not scoring goals. They were conceding. It didn't look like there was a way out for Golden Arrows, but they've seemed to have turned it around. And what I loved about what they did to Swallows in transition, I mean, this team is very deadly. You talk about Orlando Pirates, but this team can be very deadly in transition as well. And not only even that, the goals that they scored, I mean, people look at the 4-0, but the goals were quality too. They were really, really good goals. And this season as well, you got to talk about two men that have really changed it for Golden Arrows this season. Pule Modi and as well as Sibiya. I think they've been a revelation. They've been an absolute revelation. Look at these numbers on screen. Now, as you can see, last season, Pule Modi, his goal involvement was just 5 goals. Only 5 goals the whole season. This season round, he's got 4 goals and 1 assist. So he's already matched his goal involvements this season. And as for Sibiya, last season, his whole season, he had 3 goals and 4 assists. This season already he's on 3 goals and 1 assist. And the whole campaign last season, these two managed to only have 12 goal involvements in total. And after, you would say 7-8 games, they've already had 9 goal involvements, and they've been very crucial. And as well as for Pule Modi, I think one thing I love about him is the fact that he was linked with a move to go to Chiefs or go to Orlando Pirates, but for some reason he's put his head down and he started working and he scored his 4th goal in a row for Golden Arrows, getting the call up for Bafana as well. You gotta love to see it, man. And also they have helped Knox Mutizwa because it was always been heavily reliant on him to get the goals. So the fact that they're helping out with that is absolutely brilliant. And as for Swallows, Swallows are leaky, guys. They're leaky, and I gotta tell you, they're not playing as well as I thought they would play under Dylan Kerr. I thought it would be a lot better, you know, especially also considering the fact that how Dylan Kerr was speaking at the start of the season. He was fighting. He was saying that this season we gotta try and stop Mamelodi Sundowns. But at the rate they're going, I mean, they might have to fight relegation instead of stopping Mamelodi Sundowns. And also, the journalist tweeted as well on social media that during his press conference, he had to take a call from the chairman. So he's under fire, man. He's under fire, and it's totally understandable considering the fact that the squad of players that he does have. But I think for Dylan Kerr, go back to basics. Just go back to basics. If you don't concede, you don't lose games. I think he's so worried on trying to outscore all the time because even when Golden Arrows went 3-0 up, I mean, I think from there on, just close the shop, but he didn't. And they punished him. So Dylan Kerr has to fix this or else will he even make it past the World Cup? 2 games since Dane Clegg left Chippa United and 2 wins in a row for Chippa United. Unbelievable. They beat Maruma Gallants. 6 points. 6 points. And I got to tell you, I was very critical of Chippa Mbengezi in terms of stability. The coach changes. And you have to give him credit. You know, you have to give him credit because the results are telling me that he made the right choice. Maybe there was a cloud there. Maybe something was just not right. And also Morgan Mamila as well. He's come back in and they're starting to win games. He's also got a TikTok account posting the fact that he's coaching as well. So he's helping out in that aspect. And maybe him and Siyabulela might not need a permanent coach to come in. But the only thing, Chippa Mbengezi, that everybody's asking for, especially me, is just a little bit of stability. Just a little bit of stability because we can see you love football. We can see you love the club. But this changes. That's the only thing. But 2 wins. Congratulations. What is going on at Sekhukhune United? 1 win. 1 win. I tell you, they go by. And most of the time, the games are not always shown, especially on the primetime channels. But I'm noticing their form. You know, just have a look at that form. Their last win was on the 10th of August. And this is how it's been so far. Just losses and draws. And they've made 20 signings. And you must understand, even the signings that they've made some really quality signings. I look at the likes of Linda Mtambo and as well as Servato Mabasa as well. Those are some really good signings. Cardozo also adds in as well some quality to that team. And I did mention the fact that it would take long for them to gel. But I did not think it would be a situation where they find it so hard to win games. They find it so hard to win games. And I asked you guys the question when they were making all these signings, when I showed you the signings that they made, what was the expectation? Because I'll tell you what, my expectation for Sekhukhune United after making 20 plus signings, it's got to be top 8. Because even like the quality of signings that they made, Linda Mtambo as well, I mean, they're not making bad signings here. So you're not seeing the games, but the results are telling you that they're still trying to gel. They're still trying to gel, but they still find themselves having to be close to that relegation position. And I got to tell you, Captain Timbo needed this break. I think he needed this international break that is coming so that he can work on coaching tactics and maybe even get the team to gel a lot better, have a little bit more synergy as well within the team. But he has to fix this. He really has to fix this because Vanona comes in and he makes those number of signings. Surely he's trying to be ambitious, and surely he's not trying to fight relegation. So Kateni Tembu, there's a lot of work to do. Amakhosi versus Matsatsantsa. A crucial victory for Atazwane. I mean, it was crucial. And I got to tell you, I had the luxury of watching this game live. And watching it live actually gave me a lot of perspective, in terms of what Atazwane is trying to do, and as well as also Gavin Hunt. And I got to tell you, Gavin Hunt will probably kick himself a little bit for losing this game because I thought his team was well coached at the start of the game. I thought they used the possession more effectively than what Kaizer Chiefs was, despite Kaizer Chiefs having a lot more of the possession. But Kaizer Chiefs were just always making the wrong decisions when it came to the final third. And as for SuperSport, every time they got the ball, every time they counted so well. I mean, even from the time when Chiefs made the mistake and then Magaman got the goal. The problem with SuperSport is they dropped off. I was surprised that they dropped off. And when you drop off and you give a team a chance to come and throw waves and waves at you, surely they're going to get it right at some point. And that's the thing with Kaizer Chiefs. They took long to get it right, but eventually they did. But when I was sitting there, I'm watching this game, and there's this tall guy that they have in the team, Caleb. Caleb was there. He was playing, and I'm thinking to myself, it was his first start. Okay, great. Let's see what this guy's got. A decent player, but there was only one problem. Chiefs were not playing to his strengths. I don't understand why not. Where was the crosses? Because he was able to hold the play. He was taller than Tulani Satwa. You could definitely see that. So when they were not playing to his strengths, I was really surprised. But eventually, when Chiefs realize that someone who's tall in the box, suddenly the crosses are coming in. Suddenly this guy is scoring goals. And I got to tell you, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed with how he is. He's strong, can hold up the ball, as I've mentioned. His first goal gave him confidence too. You could just see it. And especially he took the penalty as well. And you know that Kaizer Chiefs have had a problem with penalties, Billiat already missed. Solomon's already missed. So the fact that he took the ball and he placed it away, and I just love the way he also brought others into play. And I really do think Kaizer Chiefs really did sign a very good player here. And hopefully he does remain fit. Hopefully he does, because he did come off with an injury. But Caleb, if you are watching this, I gotta tell you something, man. You kind of missed orientation, didn't you? And the reason why I say this is because I'm going to teach you something. Remember this. Don't forget it. If you're wearing Amakhosi colors, it's this. Not this. It's this. Just remember that. And I guarantee you the fans will love you forever. But the character was shown from the team, and big up starters one, he really needed it. But consistency. That character must be shown all the time. Games will be lost. Games will be won. But show that character all the time. Mamelodi Sundowns wins late again. I posted a video. I spoke about their resilience. I spoke about their determination as well. They dominated the game, and it was so close for Amazulu because I thought Amazulu were tactically disciplined. I thought Brandon Tuta had the team really in a great structure as well. They limited Mamelodi Sundowns to, I think it was 1 or 2 shots on target as well. And you would find that one of the shots came so late within the game as well. And also, Ron Williams made two crucial saves. Like, there were two big saves he made, so there were chances that AmaZulu was getting as well. But as the game went on, you could just see AmaZulu was walking away with a point. But this team never gives up. You know, Mamelodi Sundowns never gives up, and Allende comes on and he shows his brilliance, he shows his quality. People think he's crossing, but no, he's aiming for the bottom corner, and boy, does he get it. But there is one thing I have to say about Mamelodi Sundowns, great win, and that's fine, and that's cool, and that's all right, but this team is obsessed with scoring the perfect goal. And that's what I've seen. They're obsessed with having to walk it into the back of the net. And I don't think it's always helpful. When you go back to the Bitsomsmane Mamelodi Sundowns, they always had it in them to pull the trigger from distance. Sombukekana, Tiani Mabunda, they always had it in them to pull the trigger. Whenever there was a bus, it was just hit it. And I'm just seeing with this team, obviously because of the cute players that they have, technically gifted players that they have, they always want to pass it around the box. And sometimes when a bus is sitting there, because I spoke about it after the Chippa game, Chippa was not going to be the last side to sit back. They were not going to be the last side to sit back. So the fact that AmaZulu did it towards the end, and they found it really hard, but eventually a very motor mistake helped Allende to score that goal. So I would probably say, guys, you have players. You know, Tebogo Mokwena's there. You know, pull the trigger, because eventually he shot. But it was like after the 55th minute. There's players there who can really hit the ball. And I just think if they add something else, it adds another string to their bow as well. But 3 points for Mamelodi Sundowns. Furthermore, Terence Maseko has come into Mamelodi Sundowns. He made his debut against AmaZulu. But what does that mean now? It means they've got 4 left backs. 4, you could say Bafana left backs. That's how good they are. Mudiba, Ngobeni, Mashego, and Lyle Lakay. Now I gotta tell you, man, for me, I was not very comfortable with regards to the story because I was questioning the transfer policy for Mamelodi Sundowns, that they really need Terence Mashego. Like, in all honesty, that they really need that player, considering that they had so much quality in that position. And I got a question for you guys, because a lot of people on social media will think that you jabbing at Mamelodi Sundowns or you trying to hate at Mamelodi Sundowns. Let me ask you a question. Where does Mamelodi Sundowns finish without Terence Mashego? Where? Because I think they still finish first. Let me ask you another question. Where does Mamelodi Sundowns finish if Terence Mashego goes to a rival club? Where? I think they still finish first. So this transfer just did not make sense for me. And furthermore, Lyle Lakay seems to be leaving the club. There's rumors that he might go to SuperSport. There's rumors that he might go to Cape Town City on loan. And if he is going to Cape Town City on loan, I think it's a great replacement for Cape Town City, considering the fact that Terence Mashego was so crucial to them. But I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I don't feel good about it. And the reason why I don't feel good about it is because what Lyle Lakay has been to Mamelodi Sundowns, how well he's performed at Mamelodi Sundowns. You know, he's been so good. He's been one of the better left backs in the country for a long time. And now all of a sudden, is sending him out on loan because they wanted Terence Mashego to come into the club? I mean, I know you're going to pose the fact that he's 31 years old. So what? So what? He's in the form of his life. And for what he's done and what he's been to the club, I don't feel okay with it coming to an end like this. I mean, I know it's a loan, but if Terence Mashego was coming for the long haul, I don't think Lyle Lakay comes back. Look, I wish him all the best if he is to leave, because Lyle Lakay, I still believe he's a very good player. And I think Cape Town City will do good for them, or whether if it's SuperSport that he does go to. But Terence Mashego, I wish him all the best at Mamelodi Sundowns, but the transfer policy for me really needs to be questioned. The last game that took place over the weekend, Richards Bay going up against TS Galaxy. Nil. Only 2 shots on target in 90 minutes. I think the less said about that game, the better. Hugo Bruce, a man we haven't heard from in a long time. He announced the Bafana squad to take on Botswana as well as Sierra Leone. there's the squad, as you can see. I'm really happy for players like Buthelezi. He's kept clean sheets for TS Galaxy. Mthethwa has been a game changer for Stellenbosch. Luke Leroux as well. International experience that he does have. Kanyisa Mayo as well. He's been great for Cape Town City. Mihlali, Mayambela, Lepasa, and as well as Sekhukhune. Good form that they're showing. But it didn't end there. There was more. Themba's one is back. Yep, Themba's one is back. And it was a surprise because people were asking, you said you would never call up Themba's one and you would never call up Jali. And all of a sudden he's back. And to be fair, he took it on the chin and he said, only a fool doesn't change their mind. And he changed his. So Themba's one is back. And unfortunately, he kind of put himself in hot water. Well, hot water in terms of my thinking. Themba's one is back, right? So they asked him, if the door is open for Themba's one to come back, what does it mean for Jali? Is the door open there? And he said, if you're speaking about Jali, it's a no. He said no. They asked him why, and he said he doesn't want to disrespect the nation. Wow. Now, I think when he says that, he doesn't want to say his true feelings about as to why he's not calling up Jali. Now, I did some homework. In 2018, that was Jali's last year at Oostende in Belgium. In 2018, Hugo Broos was appointed the sports director of Oostende in Belgium. Did something happen there? And I don't like the path that Hugo Broos is taking because now it's no more merit. It sounds like it's personal now. Now it sounds like I don't want Jali there because I don't like him. And now if you are from Belgium, you come into a country, South Africa, and you decide to make decisions based on your personal preference and not necessarily what's good for the team. Now you're putting yourself up against the audience, man. Now you're burning bridges. You're burning bridges. And I like Hugo Broos. He's come in here. He's been straightforward at times. He's made some big decisions. But what I don't like, and this is in any sphere of football, it should never be personal. It should always be, does the person deserve it? Is Jali the best in his position? If so, then he does deserve a call-up. But the moment you say it's never going to happen, Hugo Broos, I sincerely hope you win every game that you can, because that comment did not go down well, and as well as it did not go down well for me. But I will support you, and I will support the nation. But as a friendly advice from Shakes Rampedi, do not make things personal and always leave it up to merit. It's time for our weekly bet of the week. The purpose of this segment is to show you my bet slip in hopes that it helps yours light in green. The more accurate, the more cash you get. Let's get into it. Club football is taking a break. Roll in the international football, UEFA Nations League, international friendlies. I've made 4 selections here. The first one, France going up against Austria. I've gone with a France straight win. Turkey against Luxembourg. I was surprised at these odds, 1.28, not too bad. I've gone with the Turkey straight win. Brazil take on Ghana. I've gone with Brazil. They've got people in form in that team. And then Germany against Hungary. I've gone with the Germany straight win. With that, the odds are sitting at 2.82. And with the amount that I've put on, I mean, look at the amount I can win back. 2 times my money back, close to 3 times my money back. But those are my selections for this week. That is Bet of the Week, sponsored by Betway. Remember to practice responsible betting at betway.co.za. Until the next one, all the best. We've come to the end of the show. Where did the time go? Just want to take this time to just pay shout outs to Cape Town City and as well as Royal AM for progressing in their CAF competitions. And as for you who's watching, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified for future episodes.